Hi everyone, this is our first live video, so bear with us if it doesn't go according to plan. However, I'm Matt from Enable Holidays, I'm the digital marketer, and we're out here at the moment in the Costa del Sol. Today we're at the Sol Principe in Torremolinos, and we're here to show you what we do on an audit, just to go through the hotel, go into the room, show the measurements, and just give you a feel of what we do and how we do it to provide you and our customers the best information to help you have the best holiday. So without further ado, I'll be following around Annie. Some of you may have spoken to her before, and we'll be walking through the hotel with the manager. He'll show us the adapted room and all the facilities that the hotel has to offer. So at the moment, this hotel is currently on our website at neighbourholidays.com. If you go to Destinations, Spain, Costa del Sol, you'll see the Sol Principe there. But also we have, there should be a link that you should be able to click on here as well. So feel free to inquire anytime you want during this video. And yeah, hopefully we'll show you what we do. So we have just parked up, and we've noticed that this hotel has got some disabled parking spots here. There's two of them, and it's right next to the ramp into the hotel. So there's a small ramp here, perfect for wheelchair users, but also if you came from the other direction. Okay, so this is Annie. Do you want to introduce? So this is Annie. You may have spoken to her before, and she'll be doing the audit for us today.
So we look at the ramp access, and it's quite a gentle ramp, but the first part there is then a resting area before you'll come up to the main entrance doors. There is two automatic doors, so as we walk up to them you'll be able to see that the doors open, so very easy for guests to go in and walk through. There's no steps or bridges to sort of negotiate into the reception area, which is a really large, spacious, busy area, as you can see. But again, there's no steps into the reception area and to the check-in desks. And we're going to go to visit one of the adapted rooms that the managers going to very kindly open up to us. So we're going to go to the lifts now, where we need to make sure that any size of wheelchair, and we'll make a note. So the notes will be made, so we've got the door widths, so that you're very happy to know that you can get your wheelchair in and out of the lifts comfortably with somebody else.
So can we have a quick look at what's on the audit?
Yeah, so we've got there, we've made a note of the date, who's doing it. We've done the circling the boxes to make it a little bit easier when we're going through. It's quite hard sometimes to stop and keep asking questions if we can see the answers, and then anything we're unsure of we'll go back and revisit and make sure we've got the correct information for you to be happy with. We're going to go and find the lifts, and we'll be taken. So there's two lots of lifts. There's one on this side of the hotel and there's one on that side. But the room we're visiting, so you can see through, there is a join, but it's completely flat. And now we're going to go into the lift, and hopefully we'll be able to. There's nobody in there. So carry on, please.
Carry on.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to check the door width. So from the narrowest point into the lift, so that part there, so we've got that there, 69 centimetres. So then we need to make sure that you can get into the lift, so we're going to take the lift dimension. So we've got 68 by 109 centimetres. Inside it's obviously wider, but we can make sure that at least one wheelchair user and somebody can go in the lift with them, so they're happy they haven't got to go in the lift on their own.
So we do apologise if we lose connection at the moment. We're just going through the lift. So is that a good width for
the doors are quite narrow, but they're our minimum width for the lift. And then you can see that the access just needs to be negotiated over the runners out onto the hotel corridors, which are very wide. There's no...
Sorry about that. We seem to have lost connection in the lift, but we're back now. So, Annie, do you want to come back and explain?
So we're going there to see one of the standard rooms.
Sorry. We just come out the lift, so see it's nice and flat around here.
So we're going to see one of the standard rooms, which is in the main building. The hotel itself has two types of room. The standard rooms, standard adapted rooms, which are in the main building, and then they've got the family adapted rooms, which are in the new building. So we'll take you over there after and have a look at those. They do have one of each available for us to see. We see one of each of the hotel rooms. Obviously, it's not always possible to see every room in the hotel that is adapted.
So the hallways are very nice and wide. Wheelchairs. I mean, sometimes we do look at if the hallways are a bit narrow with fire extinguishers, because they could potentially make it a bit smaller for wheelchairs. So can I just ask what you're doing there?
Yeah, so we're going to make sure that the wheelchair user can get in and out of the room. So there's nothing on the floor, so no lips, no steps to negotiate. Really important. Some hotels you'll find there is. Generally it's a fire, something that they've had to install, but they're very small, generally sort of 2 centimetres as a maximum, but it's a fire.
Can you just show me how much?
Yeah, so that would be like sort of a 2 centimetre
ridge
to sort of go over, and it will be in the fire law of the hotels had to install them for some reason. So, but we would put that on our must-tells. You'll be told about it if there is anything that we are concerned that somebody couldn't get over with the wheelchair. So we're going to do the door, and we're going to make sure. So we do from the edge of the door, because that's the narrowest part, not there, because it's a false reading, because obviously you come to there and then if they can't get past. So we do from that point there to the door frame. So that one there is 79 centimetres. But then the room does go round. So again there, I'll make sure that it doesn't go any narrower than that point. So we've then got two door handles.
Try and have a look from the other way. Sorry.
Yeah. So we've got then 2 door handles. So the bathroom door and the room door. So again, we'll make a note that there, that goes to a narrower point, so it goes down to 74 centimetres. Again, it's quite a big difference of 5 centimetres, so it's definitely worth telling the guests about. Obviously, if somebody's in a wheelchair, we need to sort of make sure that they're aware the door handles could potentially be at head height there. So just to be careful when they're going in and out the room. Bathroom. Okay, so I've never been to the hotel before, so we're going to have a look. And we've got a nice, big, spacious bathroom. So again, we're going to check the door at the narrowest point. So we've got 78 centimetres there from the door frame to the back of the door.
And just say there will be a bit more space once the door is shut.
Yeah, so that door would be short, but that's there as far as it needs to open. So this is what potentially we were on about. It's to cover obviously the change in flooring. Could be on the doors as a fire thing, as I already mentioned. In this case it could be to try and stop the water coming out of the bathroom. But I can see that we have a really nice sort of slope. It's not a huge slope that you'd be worried about somebody, it's non-slip tiles. So again, if we are concerned about the floor or the tiles being slippy, we'll mention to you that, you know, we maybe suggest you take a non-slip mat, or make sure that there's something down on the floor for somebody transferring from their wheelchair to a wall-mounted shower chair, which is in situ, and we do know that some people don't like them. So we can always arrange the hire of a wheeled shower chair so that you can come into the bathroom safely in the shower chair, into the shower area. Obviously the shower chair wouldn't be needed. You've got a big spacious area. We've got 2 grab rails, so we've got the one here, and then we've got an L-shaped one over here. We've struck lucky because we've chosen a hotel where we can note that the tap has been lowered, so somebody can come in here independently and they can have a shower without needing somebody. But again, there's plenty of room in the bathroom. If somebody does need assistance, if they're travelling with carers, then there's plenty of room to be assisted in the bathroom. So moving over then, we go to the toilet. So we would make a note here that it was a right to left transfer onto the toilet, because there's space here for the wheelchair user to transfer over. And then we have a lever type grab rail, which, okay, here we go. Generally you will lift, there you are. So that you've got a static grab rail on that side, so the left hand side, and then the lever type on the right. Then that can be removed again for transfer back to the wheelchair. We will always say in the room that we saw, because if we've got this room here, potentially we might have the room next door. So in the other room next door, the static rail will be on the opposite side, and the lever type one, because the toilet will be the opposite way round. So we'll tell you that there is a static and a lever type grab rail. If there's a preference for a better side transfer, if you tell one of us in the office when you're talking to us what your requirements are, we'll try and ensure that we can get the best fit for yourself. Everybody's so different, everybody's requirements are so different that it's not one size fits all. So we'll look at then the sink, and in this case the sink is slightly lower. It's not a fit for everybody, because when somebody was sat in a wheelchair, they have provided a stool as well. Obviously the sink for everybody wouldn't be fantastic, but it's there. They have made a slight adjustment to it.
So would you, so what measurements would we take?
Right, so the measurements that we will take is, I'll start with the shower seat. So I would take the measurement to the top of the shower seat, which I've got as 58 centimetres from the floor to the top of the seat. And then I've got that it's 40 centimetres out from the wall. And we give you the information so that you can make an informed decision. We've got the audits and pictures, if you wanted to see them, of the hotels when we visited them, so that you can see them.
So would you write that down now before?
Yeah, we would go through, and I'll write all the details down so that I've got them for the bathroom. So I'll do the width of the door just because I've got that there. So I've got 78 centimetres there. So we'll do 78 centimetres. So the shower, flat floor shower, and there is grab rails for the shower area. So shower chair, yes, and it's wall mounted. And then the toilet height, a lot of people ask us about the toilet height, so we'll take a measurement from it. And I'll take 2. So I'll take the 39 centimetres to the 41, and I'll put them both down. If the toilet height isn't suitable, again, if you let us know, we can arrange toilet seat raisers, which will come onto the top of the toilet, so they fit onto there and they'll raise the toilet seat. It then just means that you're not struggling. We don't want to see anybody. The holiday is meant to be enjoyable and pleasurable, and we're here to make it easier.
But there is also other equipment.
Yeah, we have other equipment. So people sometimes ask for shower commode chairs. So the shower commode chair, we would make sure that the shower commode chair is high enough to go over. So it potentially would wheel backwards over the toilet. So we get the size of the shower chair and make sure it goes over and back, and it also is high enough that it goes over the top of the toilet. Some people like to have the shower commode chairs in the bedroom overnight to be used, so that there's not a long distance between bed and the bathroom. And again, if you tell us, then we can make sure that we've got them available for you.
Okay. Is that everything from the bathroom?
That's everything from the bathroom, yeah. So then we'll move on to looking at the facilities in the bedroom. So, importantly, we'll make sure that there's the room to move round. If there is pieces of furniture that we think will potentially sort of impede somebody getting through, we will say that if it is in your way, you call to reception, we can get it moved. That's not a problem. So we need to make sure that between the bed and the side here, so you can see that there is a lip. So that is quite narrow, 59 centimetres. So I would suggest that the second bed on that occasion is best, because you can see once the table is moved that you've got a lot wider space here. So we've got 90 centimetres there that will allow a better transfer to this side.
So would you write that down and put it on
Yeah,
the
we'll go through and we'll put all of that down. Then, really importantly, to some people, not to everybody, but we'll make sure that we've got the information if you need. So we have a look under the beds, so that anybody who's using a hoist has got the space. So I'll measure the space here and make sure that we've got the minimum that we need.
And what is...
We have a minimum height, but it depends on the hoist and the country that we're using. But we'll have the measurements of the hoist equipment. And then also, some people, obviously, if they've got the mobility problems that stop them, they'll need to know the bed of the height of the bed to transfer. So we've got 58 centimetres there for the bed, and we'll make a note of that and make sure we've got that down.
So also another thing we look at is inside the wardrobes. Sometimes they are lowered, the rails are lowered, or there are extra grab sticks on the hangers. Unfortunately, as you can see on this one, it's not like that. But this is something that we will tell you in the must-tells. I mean, one thing that's also quite clear to see in this room is big wide accesses. I mean, we may mention around where the point where Annie is at the moment. We may be able to move this unit slightly if that is potentially an issue. I don't think it is. Would we do anything else?
Yeah, so the next thing we need to look at is access onto the balcony.
I mean, also we'll state, you know, what sort of view you'll have from the room.
Okay. So there is a patio door runner here, so we need to make sure that we've got the measurements, so whether we can go out onto the balcony. Again, depends on the equipment that you're bringing with you, so whether it's a manual wheelchair or whether it's going to be an electric wheelchair. So I would do the measurement coming here out, so that's 4 centimetres, and then coming back in, you can see there we've got a measurement of about 2.5 centimetres. So we would give you that information. To some people who have got the upper body strength to move their wheelchair over that won't be a problem. Some hotels have been really good. They've arranged to put very small ramps and boards over so that you can put something in place to be able to go over and then back in. But it's generally where the lip for the patio doors is a lot higher. We have hotels where these have been sunk completely into the floor, so that all you've got is the top there on the flat of the floor.
But that still could pose a slight issue, couldn't it, with smaller wheels getting jarring in it?
The small wheels on the front. Obviously you have to be careful. A power chair, if it's got small wheels at the front and not just the big powered wheels, again, potentially. But the balconies are of a good size, you can see the furniture. Every hotel's different, so all the balcony sizes are different.
And that's something that we will mention on the must-haves in terms of what room.
Go.
So is that everything for the room now?
We will just then make a note of tea and coffee making facilities, televisions. Generally, television channels aren't sort of a great number, but we will. So there's no tea and coffee making facilities. There is the air conditioning, and there is a TV. So then we've got a space just to make anything observation-wise about the hotel room that we've made a note of. So this one here would be, second side of the bed would be best. So I'm just writing down now all the information that I've gained about the hotel. And we're going to go then back out into the hotel, and we're going to look at some of the public areas like the pool, and whether the pool's got any accessibility. So we're going to look and see whether they've got ramps, Roman style steps, or in many hotels now we've got hoists, pool hoists, that will take you into the pool. Thank you. Oh, leave it there.
Yeah, thank you.
Lovely. So we're going to go next onto the. Are we going to go to the pool, or are we going to go to the other room?
Tenemos que cruzar, we have to cross the big pool area to get to the family room.
Okay. So we need to just explain about the pool.
Oh, okay, thanks for watching that section. We're just going in the lift again and we will cut off, so we'll start another live video in about 2 minutes or so. Just bear with us. So we've just come out of the lift now, and we're just going to go check out the pool area. As you can see, again, it's very, very flat. We have a games area for juniors and kids.
So they've got a laser tag area. It's not open at the moment, so unfortunately we can't go in. Just asked him and he's just said, yes, there is space for people to get around, but because we can't go in, I will put that we haven't got the details, and we can ask, so, but it's not open, so we can't go in. We're going to go out. Is the pool area.
So it's all very flat everywhere?
Yeah, is it on that way?
I don't know.
Potentially on this way. out via a nice gentle ramp into the gardens. So
there is a step area down there, but I can imagine there's a very gentle ramp here which would go round into the entertainment area.
So we're coming out into the pool area, so we've just got to be mindful that people are on holiday.
Yeah, people's privacy.
We're going to look at the pool, and we've got here, I'm going to look and I'm going to measure that we've got, obviously a lady getting in the pool, so we need to, but we'll now take some dimensions here for me.
So we did know previously that Roman style steps into this pool.
So the first step down there is 11 centimetres, but the next one is obviously quite a lot. So the next step down is about 27 centimetres. Just looking there to see whether I'm saying anything. Changing the pool area. It's all very flat and accessible. Trying to see whether anything's been added.
So there is obviously another sort of Roman step there.
Yeah.
Would we go and check?
See over there.
Yep. So would we go and check all of them?
No, we won't go and check all of them because they're standard. Once the pool's been built, generally, we know that that way is going to be accessible. So as we're walking around, I'm just mindful because there is children in the pool. I'm looking for any other access like a ramp. But it's all Roman style steps. But we're now going over to the family building. So this part of the hotel has larger rooms that we can. We've chosen a good day because the sun's out today to see the hotel. Oh, there we are. We've found something that has been added. So
I'm going to go behind it mainly because people are on the holiday just behind me, and to keep people's privacy. And yesterday we did see a pool hoist in action at one of the hotels we audited, so we will be posting a video of a pool hoist in action. So it's, this gives you access to all of this main pool. Do you know how many pools are here?
There is the two pools. So there's the one on this side, and then there's the other pool on the other side.
So for those of you who haven't used the pool hoist, it sort of uses the water pressure to go up and down. It will swivel round and sort of come into there, and then the opposite way. As I say, we'll post a video on that soon. So we're going into the family area now. There's two parts of this hotel. So as you can see, there's a very flat entrance coming into this one. So can I ask what you're doing there, Annie?
Just because the door, obviously coming through, looks a little bit narrower. So we need to make sure, because we're going to the lifts to go up to the rooms, this is a new building, we need to make sure that the wheelchair user to come through.
Is this audited already, this part?
This part hasn't been audited, it's a new building. The details we haven't seen previously.
So there is also a little bit of a lip into this section, but it's no problem.
The rooms that we're going to see, we're not going to the lifts, we're actually going through. So the room that we're going to see is on the ground floor.
Which, as you can see, very, very wide, very, very flat.
And this is the new building, so So again, we're going to do the same procedure exactly as what we've already done, but this we're going to make a note of the family room. So the door width is 75 centimetres.
Is that a bit small or a bit of an issue?
It's narrower than obviously the other room was. So we're going to go in. So there's no lip at all. And you come into the sleeping area for children, is that right? So you can have...
Yes, sofa bed with an extra bed below.
Lovely. So the bed will pull out. So when we say a trundle bed, it's this trundle bed, so recommended for children. So it means that a family can use the room because you've got the sleeping at the top and you've also got an extra bed on the bottom. A carer, so we could have 3 people in the room, so 2 adults and an extra person, and they've got the separate sleeping area before you go through. I'm just going to go and make some notes while Matt shows you around the room.
There's also a lot of space around here. One thing we would need to measure is this door here, this entrance. As you can see, it opens, but obviously that closes again to give privacy into this room. And it's also the bathroom. Okay. So as you can see, there is a little bit of just a little bit. It's just a slight gradient ramp into a very large accessible bathroom. Wow, it's really nice. So as you can see, it is a bit more modern than the older building. It's got a shower chair, grab rails, and both. So would you measure this door?
Yeah, we're going to start to take measurements again. So, we've got 79 centimetres there. And it's a very slight ramp, but it is very easily done. So now we're going to...
So one thing I would say is I think that sink's potentially a bit higher than...
Yeah, and there's also the obstruction of the bar underneath. So depending on the person who's using the wheelchair, what type of wheelchair they're using. So we're going to make a note under the sink there that there is a bar for the towel. That's 67 centimetres. So I've got the sink height. Is 84 centimetres. So moving on to the toilet, we're going to do the same measurements as previously. So we've got 40 centimetres on there. And 41 with the toilet seat up. And we're going to make note of the leaf type grab rail on the one side. There is space on both sides of the toilet. So it could be either side transfer. Make a note that the toilet roll holder's there, but it's behind the cistern, so you've got no obstruction. It's nothing that's out here to obstruct somebody's wheelchair from going that side and that side as well.
One thing to also say is we do also take note of the almost like the shape of the toilets for the commode chairs and shower.
So we'll take those measurements as extras.
But as we'd easily be able to fit them there, that's not something we would, write down in our must-haves because it's quite easily, all the equipment will fit on that chair. But if there is a toilet seat that wouldn't be able to do that, that's something that we would pick up on.
I'm just making a note of the tap height, because in the bathroom now, the tap height here hasn't been lowered.
So we've just had a comment from Lisa Gardiner, who has asked, what about the shower seat? What height is it?
Right, okay,
so we do measure the toilets, the shower seats.
So as previous in the previous room, we've made sure about the tap height. So we're going to do the shower chair now. So the shower chair there is 46.5 centimetres from the floor. It's quite a small shower chair, and it comes out 37 centimetres.
And obviously it's got the grab rail on the right hand side.
It's got the grab rail, the lever type grab rail there. If that's not suitable, again we can hire a static shower chair where the shower chair can be placed there. They generally will have arms that lower, so to allow the transfer, or the wheel shower chair, which would be lovely because it comes in. The floor is non-slip flooring, so it's very, very slightly sort of a drainage point.
But I would say that there is potential for it to become very wet this room.
Because there's nothing to stop the water.
And there's no lip or... sometimes they have a little ridge or...
Yeah, nothing. They have angled the floor to try and stop that, but obviously they've got the big shower head. It can potentially wet the bathroom, so we'll be making a note in the hotels that if you want to bring a non-slip mat or ask reception for extra towels so that you feel safe in the bathroom, it's really important that you feel safe. What we think is our thoughts, but it's you that needs to be the safe people in the bathroom, so I'm going to make a note.
As we said earlier, we're making out the TV, so this little sitting area, stroke second bedroom, has got the TV, nice table and chair, and now we're going to see the rest of the room. I'll wait for Lisa to finish that because I think I'll shut her in if I open this door. But also one thing I think is quite important, the light switches are low down. Seem to be everywhere in this room. There's only 2 points, but as you can see that's fairly low. So that's easily going to be reachable from someone in a wheelchair. As well as having the TV remote low down. And the table seems to be, I would say, fairly low.
So let's go through into the bedroom and see what we find there. So, wide space.
There's a bit of a ramp there,
There is a ramp going up to...
with a little bit of a metal trim.
Going up. Hangers not being adapted so that we've got any rails, as Matt explained to you earlier, or the rail drops down.
Would that be potentially an issue because it's on a slope as well?
Yeah, manual wheelchair user, we would obviously, an electric wheelchair will go up, it's wide, you can take the measurement so you can see. Yeah, we've got this part here, so you can see there, you've got just over 91 centimetres, but again, still there, just under the 91 centimetres, well just over again, sorry. So, lovely big spacious bedroom, no problems on either side of the bed for getting to the side of bed and being able to transfer. really good size. We take the bed heights. People ask why, and beds can change, so we're giving you an idea of the height of the bed, but obviously beds can be changed because of different reasons.
And we always ask
So if it is something you're concerned about, ask. We'll have the bed heights as it is, and we can check with the hotel or our handling agent in resort, our allotment manager, that we've got the right height for you. Okay, so again, it looks like it's a standard bed from the other room. So we're going to check that space under the bed. So we've got 24 centimetres. And then, because the hoists are generally used from the side of the bed, what we're going to do is we'll make a note that there's the 1, the 2 and the 3 legs, but there is nothing impeding going underneath there for the hoist, to stop the hoist legs going underneath the bed, and obviously allowing somebody to transfer with the hoist safely.
And we will just check both beds as well.
Yeah, so we'll do what I was about to say is about the profile beds. So we understand some people will need profile bed. We always have to check with the hotel to make sure that they're happy to accept the bed on our behalf. Sometimes they will say yes and the same hotel will say no at a different date. That can be because the room we've been allocated. It can be for, they're already having a lot of beds delivered that day. But if we book a bed, then we will have the bed delivered. They will take the 1 single bed out and they will put the profile bed in here for you. So the profile bed, in case anybody's wondering what I'm on about, is a bed where you've got the opportunity to raise and lower. We had the conversation about...
So is that the same as an electric bed?
Electric bed, yeah. So we had the conversation. People say, why do you put the sign in your brochure to say that the hotel has electric beds? It's not. It's to make sure to say that this hotel has accepted electric beds. Some hotels say no. Some of them do have them. And we have a number of properties like that. But we can, in most resorts now, get a profile bed to assist somebody.
So you just taking those measurements, haven't you? So you just going to write them down?
I've got them down on there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So have you already written them down?
Yeah, written down, yeah.
So as you can see, there's another balcony access in the newer part of the hotel. As you can see, it's accessed by a ramp.
So it's quite a...
But as you say, we are at ground floor, so as you can see there, you're overlooking the pool area. So obviously, first of all, compared to last time, this is what we're on about.
It's quite a gradient.
Yeah, so it's fairly steep, the ramp. Would you take?
I'm going to just now sort of make a note of the door width. So we've got that one there. So we've got 92 centimetres. And then we're going to take a picture. So what I'm going to do now is take a picture of the gradient of it so that we've got it as an idea for somebody. I'm just going to do that.
So I'll just come show the gradient as well. So as you can see, it is fairly steep, and this is something that will be mentioned.
Take the photos so that we can share the information. So we share it in the office. I'll go back and we'll do a training on the hotels so that all the staff are aware. It's not possible for us all to come, so we'll have the information, we'll share it between us. The photos, the audit all go on a database so that we can all access it, and we're happy to share the details with you when we're going through to make sure that you're happy.
So yeah, access to outside, as we were talking about previously in the other room. the frame of the door was the battery doors were raised a section, but these are built into where the ramp is. So there's a ramp either side coming out of this. So as you can see there is a bit of a gap.
Again, it's caution for the wheels that go out.
But nice size balcony. Plenty of space.
All the rooms
plenty of space
have
for a wheelchair.
different views at the hotel. So some of them, as you saw, have street views, car park views. Others, in this case, have got the pool view. Very nice, very sunny.
We have just had a message from Paul Sunderland. We will be doing other live feeds from different hotels, but maybe not today, maybe in the future. Once we go on all these audits, we will continually do this for at least a couple. But at the moment we're in Costa del Sol. We may do another one later, depending on time constraints, because this is taking a bit longer than what we usually do, and the rooms aren't always there available to go into. Someone's already in them along those lines, but we're quite fortunate with this hotel being allowing us to do this live video. So you're just checking both beds are the same height?
Yeah. So this bed in this room is slightly lower than the bed that we saw in the previous room, in the standard room, 3 centimetres. To somebody it may not make any difference, but to somebody else it can make a huge difference. We have something that can, with the bed heights, if it is a problem, we can hire, or you can bring with you, something we call elephant feet. That would go, and they're for chairs and for beds, and you put them under
To raise
the height of the bed. And we've got them in numerous destinations where, so again, it's really important that you talk to us, you tell us what you need, and we will make, where possible, as much effort to make sure that room's comfortable for you.
So just a quick overview of the audit. As you can see, it's not just simple tick boxes. We do write all the additional things, but obviously not every room is the same, so we can't have a specific tick box for every room.
Yeah.
Okay, is that everything?
That's everything in here.
Okay.
Yeah. So
As mentioned earlier, the light switches are very low. And again, easy access.
the safe has been put, the minibar isn't. Let's put it there. It is.
Okay. Right, where have we finished? So where should we go now? What's office? Thank you. So are all the adaptive rooms in this building different? Or?
The adaptive we've got 4 in this, and they're all here.
Yeah.
Lovely.
So are they just reversed?
On the same floor, about the standard rooms on the same floor with check.
Okay. So there's parking as well, just over there, but obviously there are stable parking spots right up front. We've just had a message from Jane Rouse. If you want to skip back a little bit, there is access via the pool hoist and also Roman style steps which we've measured. But we are just walking past the pool hoist now, so I'll just get a quick show of that. Obviously, please be aware we can't really show everything because we are aware of people's privacy. But as you can see there, it's got the pool hoist. But there are other areas. There are 2 pools here, so as you can see, this is a really nice pool. It helps with the weather. We've had some terrible weather here the past couple of days. And there is another pool as well, which is accessed via Roman style steps, which we have measured. So this is the other pool. It's accessed via the run style steps. And the measurements were about 10 centimetres, I think, per step, wasn't it?
The first step was 11 centimetres and the second one was 17 centimetres down. So what I've done is the steps that I measured, just to recap for you, is the first step down, which is a very gentle step. And you can see that we've got the grab rails on each of those, and then we've got the larger step. So what I do is, just to make sure, is to do and measure them. We're going to go to the...
So we've just had another message from Trudy saying, is there a harness for the hoist?
There isn't, no. There has to be some upper body strength for the hoist. We have a few hotels where you can use a sling, but if you call the staff back in the UK, they can run through the hotels where there is sling access into the pool, so that you can use a sling rather than the chair. You can see the entertainment area, so you would walk round.
Would access it via the pool and go round. It's all very flat around there.
Very flat seating, where during the summer months they'll do the entertainment outside. Going back to the...
Hi guys, sorry about that. Just lost it due to wireless connection. But just to say, there is free wireless everywhere around the hotel, but some parts are a bit of a dark spot. So we've just walked through the hall as we did before, just by the lifts again, and we're just going into the dining room area. So you can see it's all very flat still around here, and we're just going into the dining room area. So it's back into reception.
Yeah, so we're going to go and have a look. I've just asked the manager if there is any adapted toilets in the reception area. Obviously on arrival, people need the adapted toilets for their wheelchair. So he's going to just take us over and show us where they are.
So just in case, if you're watching before, there's the entrance, there's the hotel. This is Trudy. This is the Sol Principe. If you go onto our website, if you go into Spain, Costa del Sol, and then it should be there on Sol Principe. So as you can see, it's all very flat.
So we're going to make a note: public area, disabled toilet. So the manager's pointing towards this one, obviously signposted. It's not signposted on the toilet sign there. So ask at reception if we've told you there is one, and you can't see it. It's not always automatically pointed out. Unfortunately, we ask them to put the signage, but then you can see on the door here that we've got, and there is a ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. Doesn't have a ramp in the train. Can we just measure that as well?
See there, 77 centimetres. So I'm going to see if anybody's in here. There isn't. So
is it disabled men's and females?
This is a ladies disabled.
I obviously can't go in there.
No. So you can see there though. I'm going to go in. I'm going to check the facilities. So, I don't know if you want to have a look.
I don't think I will.
No, okay, that's fine. I won't be a second.
Okay, so just bear with Annie while she goes in. I want to see if there's a male one. I won't show this, but I'll show you the floor. So as you can see here, in the men's one, there's grab rails in the accessible bathroom. And it's right there. So walking through here as well. Just can't go through there just at the moment because there are some people there. So apologies about that, we'll keep on cutting off here. I've come off the Wi-Fi. I think it keeps on going in between different routers. So we keep on sort of going in between different Wi-Fi channels, and unfortunately it seems to cut it off. So I've gone on to the 3G, 4G. So just to show you now, we're just in the bar area. So we've just come out of the bathrooms. We've done the measurements. The bathrooms in the reception area, the disabled ones. So there was a male and female bathroom, accessible bathroom. So as you can see, it's very nice, spacious hallways. The bar area, quite a lot of space actually in between different tables, so there wouldn't be any problems with wheelchair access in between these tables. See the bar areas just about. We're just going to see the restaurant. See there aren't these just full of stuff. Just had breakfast. We're just cleaning up, ready for our next service. So he's just getting a picture of that. But that isn't the official entrance, is it?
Yeah, it is the door, so it's a double door, and they'll bring everybody down this way to come in.
So yeah, it does open out and double, so we'll know that wheelchairs will be able to fit through that.
And they're propped open.
Really?
They're propped open
Okay.
for at meal times.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Has anybody got any final questions? Anything we can answer? Call the office.
If you do have any questions or anything like that, please call the office or message me directly on Facebook. I'm here. We're here live for another day in Costa del Sol. We will be doing the audits for a few more hotels today. We'll try and do some more live videos, but as I say, we can't promise anything because it's all down to the hotel whether they allow us to video it, and we've also got to be very aware of the privacy aspect to it all, because obviously these people are on holiday, and it is just one of those things. But anyway, thanks for watching, and we hope that this has been really helpful, and we hope to do more of it in the future.